Hey guys, this is Joseph Monte. I'm here to help you walk you through the first homework assignment in case some people missed class or were sleeping, like that guy in the second class was out cold. Hopefully this should help you. I'm going to try to do it in under 10 minutes since that's the length of time I have with this video. So let's get started. I've opened AutoCAD Civil 3D in Imperial because we are dealing with feet measurements in this assignment. So let's get started. I have two monitors in my personal computer, so I just have AutoCAD in this. I'm going to be looking on the rubric with my other one. So the first thing that we're asked to do is create a fountain at 100, 100. Okay, what is that asking us? Well, if you look at the bottom, we have an XY Cartesian coordinates. So we want to know where 100 is. The easiest way to do that is create a line. You can go to Home, and you can do the line command. I personally like typing, so down the bottom, line. My start point, I'm going to make it 0, 0 for the origin, and then I'm going to make it 100, 100. Boom. Okay, now I can't see where this line is because if you look where my mouse is, I'm at 4,600, almost 2,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in zoom, extent, and it will do the extent of what I've drawn. So this is my line from 0, 0 to 100. Pretty straightforward. Cool. And now I'm going to make this fountain that's a star shape type thing. It's just two squares, one has been rotated. So I'm going to make it off to the side a little bit, and then I'm going to move it in place. So I'm just going to make it here, and I'm going to specify the opposite corner. So to specify, to specify the opposite corner, I'm going to use the at sign, 5, 5. Okay. And now this is what it told me to do is I picked a point, and then at 5, 5. So now it's a 5 by 5 perfect box. Cool. So I'm going to draw a bisector line in here. It's just a line. And I'm going to make sure that my midpoint is on. So if I draw something else, I can snap to that midpoint, which I can. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in copy. Or I'm sorry, rotate. I'm going to rotate this square. I left click and I'm going to right click, specify that base point. I want that midpoint that I made. Okay, specify the angle of rotation. Before I do that, if you look at the bottom here, it says copy or reference. I want copy, so I'm going to type in C, and now I'm going to specify my angle. It's just 45 degrees off. Boom. So here's my triangle type thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim. I'm going to type in trim. I'm going to right click first. Now I'm going to left click on everything I want to trim. So I want to trim that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Cool. So now I have a star with this little line in it. I don't want to have this line. I want to join all of this so it's one solid object. So I typed in join. I'm going to highlight what I want, right click, and now let's make sure it's all one object. It's not. So let's try it again. Join. I'm going to join it to that. Cool. And now if we look, it's one perfect object. Awesome. So now we want to offset it, and it says it's 6 inches thick. So 6 inches is 0.5 feet. So we're going to type in offset, specify the distance. We're going to type in 0.5. Select the object we want. We want the star, and we want it on the inside. Boom. Cool. Now I'm going to put this bisector line back in because we're going to move this object to this 100, 100 point. So now I'm going to type in move. Oh, to get out of anything, hit escape. You can hear me tapping it sometimes on the thing. So if I draw a line, I'm like, oh, okay, it's right here. And I don't want that anymore. I just hit escape. Okay, so I have nothing. My command line says cancel. That's fine. I want to move. Select my object this way. Okay, and notice that I went this way, and that's green, so it's going to pick anything I want. I don't want that, so I want to do it again, but I want to do it this way. I didn't like that top one. There we go. So I'm going to right-click now, specify that base point, that triangle in the middle. Bam. Cool. So now this star is at 100, 100. Boom. Perfect little fountain. Okay, and the next thing we're asked to do is 25 feet from the center of the fountain. We're going to start the house. So with the center on the bottom line. So 25 feet, it looks perfectly north. It says 100, 125. So I'm going to put in that bisector once again. Boom. Line at 0, 25. Okay, now this line is 25 feet north or up. We don't know where north is. Okay, cool. And now we have to make a rectangle. So I'm going to click the rectangle button right here, and we know it's 42 feet by 44. So at 42, comma 44. Boom. Perfect. I'm going to delete this now because that's just a construction line. Delete that as well. Okay, we need to offset the rectangle 6 inches. Offset. It's still set to our default 0.5. That's what we want. Enter. Left click. And then left click again on the inside. Boom, we have a wall. And now we need a 3-foot door somewhere in here. So we need to trim a 3-foot section. So I'm going to draw a line. It doesn't really matter. I have nearest on my snap. I like that. Or what is that? Nearest. So I'm just going to pick a point. I'm going to draw perfectly, just snap up. So right there. And I'm going to go 3 feet, so at 3, comma 0, and then I'm going to come down, so I can do at 0, comma negative 0.5. Okay, now I have my little door entry, so I'm going to trim, right click first, and now left click on what I want to trim. That's a line, so let's try that again. Trim, right click, and left click. There's my door. Cool. In the top right corner of the house, add a 14 by 14 square room. Yes, ma'am, I will. Add a 14 by 14 square room. So I'm going to go to rectangle again. Right here. It's probably, let's pick the other corner since we're not accounting for the wall. So I want to go at negative 14, comma negative 14. Boom. Okay, and now I need to offset this again. Offset 0.5, that's right. Left click on the inside. Now I got to trim this because that's not correct. Right click first, now we can left click up the wazoo. Beautiful. Oh, we want walls 4 inches. I'm sorry. So let me delete that. I'm just undoing. So I want to offset. And we know that 4 inches is 1/3 of a foot. So just somewhere around there. Select objects. Boom, it's on the inside now. Now I get to trim it. Trim that. That one. And I'm going to say the outside wall supersedes the inside because it probably does. Notice I can't trim this line because it's its own line in itself. So that's why I couldn't trim that. I have to delete that by hand. I just clicked on it and then I clicked delete. Trimmed. So there's my room. Cool. It's awesome. I missed a line, so trim. Right click first, and now I can left click. Trim a 3-foot interior door in the new room. Okay, we need to pick another spot for a 3-foot, so right here. That looks great. At 3, comma 0. Oh, I'm sorry, let me drop a vertical first. So I just have it snapped to perpendicular. If you see it says perpendicular, that's cool too. I have dynamic input on, which is down here. Professor Kelly is not a huge fan. But as long as I'm at 0 degrees, I can type in 3. And now it went 3 feet over exactly. And now I'm just going to prop another perpendicular up in there, up in here. The other thing we can do, which is probably easier, we can offset that perpendicular line we did 3 feet. So I just type in 3, that, perfectly over, and now I can trim what I want. Trimmed. What up? There's my door. Awesome. So now we have to label this bedroom. So I'm going to use the text command. Specify start point. We'll call it right here. The height is 1. The angle is 0. So now I get to type. Bedroom. Make sure it's all caps. We only write in all caps in engineering. Click off somewhere and now hit escape. And now I can move this around. So come on, stop. Behave. It's freaking out on me. And I'm running out of time. I might have to make this in another video. I only got 30 seconds left before it kicks me off. Come on. So I'll probably continue it on another video. Yeah, hit F1, which is help. So here we go. I'm going to move it just in the center somewhere. So I'll come back with another video to do the second one, and then we'll talk from there.